Do you know Mozart? He was a music genius from Austria who played instruments as a little kid. Let us see how he became one of the greatest composers ever.
Please like, share, and subscribe to Tiny Tales of Giants. Let us explore, laugh, and learn together.
Mozart could play the piano by ear even as a toddler. He loved pressing the keys and making new sounds every day. His family loved music too. His father, Leopold, was a teacher and composer who taught Mozart how to play and write music. Mozart's sister, Nannerl, was also very talented on the piano. They practiced together and shared happy music moments. Mozart's music made people smile. Even as a young child, he loved composing little songs for family and friends. Mozart was born in
1756 in
Austria into a family that loved music. Their house in Salzburg was filled with the sound of instruments every day. His father taught him all about music theory, notes, and composing. Mozart was a quick learner and loved practicing every day. Nannerl, his older sister, often played duets with Mozart. They had fun exploring new melodies and harmonies together. Even as a toddler, Mozart could remember tunes perfectly. Once he heard a song, he could play it immediately. Mozart's tiny fingers moved fast across the keys, creating music that amazed everyone around him. Mozart wrote his first song when he was just 5 years old. People could not believe a child could compose music so beautifully. He performed for kings and queens across Europe, showing everyone his incredible talent. People were amazed by Mozart's memory and talent. He could listen once and play a song perfectly from start to finish. Crowds cheered as Mozart and his sister performed together. Their music filled every corner of the concert hall. Mozart traveled across Europe with his family for concerts. They visited cities like Paris, London, and Rome. Traveling took months by horse carriage. Every city brought new music, new instruments, and new friends. Mozart met famous musicians like J.C. Bach and Haydn. He learned different styles from them and added new ideas to his own music, growing into a brilliant composer. Each trip helped him grow as a composer. He began writing bigger pieces for concerts and special occasions. As Mozart grew older, he could play the piano, violin, and even the organ beautifully. Mozart started working for royal families who loved his music, but he also dreamed of composing freely in Vienna. Mozart wrote music that made people feel happy, sad, and excited. He loved telling stories through music. Mozart loved to play, joke, and explore nature. He traveled to learn new music and could play any tune perfectly after hearing it once. His curiosity and energy made him a brilliant composer. What is classical music? Mozart's music is full of feelings, happy, sad, and everything in between. He loved creating melodies for the piano, violin, and even entire orchestras. Mozart wrote music so fast that notes seemed to fly from his pen. He wrote symphonies, operas, concertos, and sonatas that amazed everyone. He never needed to erase. His ideas were clear in his mind from start to finish. Mozart not only wrote music, he brought it to life. His notes on paper became songs played by musicians, filling rooms with beautiful sounds. Every piece he wrote could be a symphony, an opera, or a concerto. Let us learn what these mean. What is a symphony? A symphony is a big piece for many instruments playing together beautifully, like a grand musical conversation. What is an opera? An opera is a special kind of story that is told completely through singing, music, and acting on a stage. What is a concerto? A concerto is a dazzling musical show for one special instrument, like the piano or violin, playing along with an orchestra. In Mozart's time, there were no microphones or recordings. People listened to music live, by candlelight, in beautiful concert halls. People traveled far and wide to hear Mozart perform. His music was truly magical and unforgettable for everyone who heard it. Mozart wrote over 600 pieces of music in his lifetime. That is an amazing number of songs, symphonies, and operas. Some of his most famous pieces are the Magic Flute, a magical opera, and Ein klein Nachtmusik, a lovely serenade. He even wrote wonderful variations of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, making the familiar song sound even more magical. His music made people laugh, cry, and even dance with joy. Everyone could feel the strong emotions in his beautiful songs. Mozart also wrote The Marriage of Figaro, a playful opera full of surprises, witty characters, and delightful music. Don Giovanni is another thrilling opera by Mozart, filled with clever heroes, dramatic moments, and exciting music. His Piano Concerto, Number 20, one nicknamed Elvira Madigan, is gentle and calming, but his Symphony Number 40 in G minor is exciting and dramatic. The Requiem was Mozart's final masterpiece. It was a deep, emotional, and incredibly powerful piece of music. Mozart passed away in
1791
in Vienna at the age of 35. Even in such a short life, he created hundreds of beautiful pieces of music. Did you know Mozart had a big family full of music? He married Constanze, who loved music too. And they had 2 children who survived childhood. His family cheered him on even when times were tough. Mozart loved to make people laugh. He enjoyed telling jokes and playing games with friends. In Vienna, he made many friends who also loved music. What was life like in the 1700s? People traveled in horse-drawn carriages and wrote letters with elegant quill pens. Grand castles and candlelit halls were always full of music. People wore powdered wigs, fancy coats, and long gowns. Everywhere you looked, there was music, dancing, and excitement. Mozart's melodies filled the air with magic. Mozart could imagine whole songs in his head before writing them down. He loved animals, especially birds and his pet dog, and could learn songs by hearing them just once. Mozart's favorite food was liver dumplings. Sounds funny, right? Even little details about his life show how real and human he was. Did you know Mozart's music inspires movies, shows, and video games today? His melodies travel through time, making people happy and thoughtful. Mozart's story reminds us that imagination, practice, and joy can make dreams come true. Every note you play is part of your own adventure. Thank you for learning about Mozart. You are now a little music maestro ready to play, sing, and dream big, just like Mozart.